Hey everyone, Irena here from Second Page, where I talk all things small business with amazing, incredible people that I meet on a weekly and daily basis. And I have somebody exciting to introduce to you because today I'm talking to Damien and Bousy, who are doing something absolutely incredible and something that I'm particularly aligned with. So that's why I'm very excited to be talking to them today and that they're spending the time talking to me because we want to share with you an incredible market they have started here in Victoria. For those of you in Victoria and who are passionate about markets, visiting markets or supporting and actually being a part of these incredible markets, they have started a new market. It's called the Local Makers Market, and it'll be at the showgrounds this November. It is all about ethically and sustainable products, right up most of our alleys, especially as we're getting smarter and smarter about the way that we need to consume products, which is exactly what I am all about. We need to change the way that we shop so that we support ourselves, our economy, and our local infrastructure. So I am so excited. Thank you so much for talking to me today. We have so much to cover and so much to share. I'm going to go straight into introducing who you are and letting people know a little bit more about what you're all about. Um, Bousy, you have an extensive corporate background. It is absolutely fascinating. You have been involved in multi-million dollar transformations. I can't even imagine what that is like, which gives you the perfect insight to running this market. Let's introduce yourself. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Sure. So I'm Bousy. I'm one of the co-founders of the Local Makers Market. My work background extends probably across most of the household names Australia would know. So I think everything from AGL at Utilities, Telstra, and many others. My background comes from transformation in most sectors that we'd use day to day. So one of the probably bits of experience I'm particularly proud of is launching the Belong Mobile, which is an Australian brand really targeted at kind of affordability of the mobile service and really ethically led as well. So from my perspective, it's been easy. It's been an easy transition for me from corporate into this venture, given that I'm really passionate about being a little bit more purpose-led and giving consumers a bit more of a channel to how to buy Australian, locally made, and ethically and sustainably produced. So bringing a lot of corporate background and trying to apply that and give kind of the corporate giant know-how to the small businesses that we'll be working with across our markets.
Yeah. Incredible. I'm also half in the corporate space, and I love sharing all that corporate insight because once you get to that level and you have that insight, it's like, oh my God, people need to know this. Damien, you have got the medium business background, which is also would be absolutely fascinating for all of our audience because a lot of those would love to grow and become a medium. So let's talk about your background and share that insight with us.
Yes, I've worked with a lot of medium to large businesses throughout my career and have worked with scaling my most recent tenure in the EV industry, from taking it to a very small business to one of the largest across the nation. And so I have quite an insight in what's required and what it takes to actually be able to scale up from a small business to a medium and to a large as well, and can bring some key insights and capabilities in that regard.
And I believe that's why you've joined forces and you're starting this market, this incredible market.
Yes, yes, it is.
So tell us, how did that idea come about? What was the catalyst?
So I think, look, from both of our perspectives, we'd been in what were very large profit-making enterprises, and seeing that a lot of our small and local makers were really being squeezed out. They didn't have the infrastructure, the outlay, the investment. And we were both starting to turn our sights to something a bit more purpose-led. We're like, right, what are we going to do that feels like we're actually doing something important? And what perfect time, cost of living is flying through the roof. People are starting to find limitations on what they can and can't do. So the basics were getting difficult. And we were seeing a lot of small. When we can't afford to keep going. I can't keep up with advertising. I can't have a shop front. There's so many different constraints to making them successful. So we turned our sights to what we could do, and we saw that there were, some markets already, certainly locally, but there wasn't any real parameter on what people were buying. And so we went, right, how do we support our small businesses? How do we start endorsing that it's actually quite easy to buy ethically and buy sustainably? And how do we do that in a venue that's going to be iconic enough that it draws the right people, but also gives accessible stall fronts to our stall holders? And so the Makers Market came to be. And, you know, we had a bit of a laugh. We Googled what, we checked the business name register for what markets were available, what market names were available. We're really shocked to find Local Makers Market was available, so we jumped on it. And so, you know, we've kind of pushed ahead with the same sentiment. We've been really listening to our stall holders, we've been listening to our communities, and we're just getting a lot of validation that this is something really important for people at the moment. And, you know, buying from a face you know, as opposed to a big business, is starting to mean more and more to people. And so, yeah, it became a really easy decision to make for both of us.
I love it. It's a great name. And for those of you who know, the showgrounds are here in Victoria. It's a massive place we have in the city, and they have a lot of sheds there, different sheds. From what I understand, you've got one of the sheds there, and you've got all the stall makers already set up. You've actually vetted them so that they all have the same sort of background, where they're either Australian made or designed, ethically produced, and locally sourced. Love that. My directory, actually, when people sign up to my directory, I have that as an option that they can actually select those items in there. So if people want to search for them, they can actually find that they are, you know, have the same sort of parameters, ethically sourced. So let's talk about a little bit about the market itself. What are people going to expect? I know that you've got all your stall holders ready. If I'm coming to the Local Makers Market, which is a 2-day event, it's on the 18th and 19th of November. What am I going to expect when I come to this event?
There's going to be a huge range of things. There's going to be a vast array of locally made artisans and creators with their amazing work on display for purchase. There's going to be a kids craft section. We're going to have workshops with one of Victoria's, possibly Australia's leading permaculture experts, and along with food vans. We're going to have live entertainment. The list is quite expansive, quite long about what we are going to have there.
I think in terms of our stall holders, you know, we've been blown away, actually. We thought we had a really good finger on the pulse on what kind of creators were in our communities, but it's been mind-blowing. And so, you know, we have everything from handmade jewelry to the most stunning fashion to artwork to food, you know, take-home food. We've got chili oils and cakes and all sorts of amazing things. So we've been really intentional on making sure the categories are quite diverse, and that you get a really good sample and there's something there for everyone. And that's been really important for us. We're really proud of the fact that we've got Craig Castry, who's a permaculture published author, who I certainly was a groupie of for some time, and he's very kindly offered to come in and run quite extensive knowledge sessions on growing your own veggie gardens and soil health and all these really cool things. We've got free arts and crafts for the kids and the big kids, so me included, I think. We'll see how we go. There'll be face painting. All of our live music is Melbourne based. We were very intentional of bringing in people who are from the local community. Some are neighbours to the showgrounds, which is even better. And then I think overall what we're really trying to do is we want to be more than a market. You know, there'll be shop fronts, and we really want to encourage the right people to come through our doors and support our stall holders, but we also want to build a bit of a community around there's a good way to do this. And I think, you know, your work is so aligned to that it really feels quite, you know, synchronistic for us to have to cross paths with you. But yeah, expect a really good day. We're lucky we don't have a lot of the parameters that the Melbourne show has. So there's plenty of off-street parking. There's on-street parking. There's plenty of public transport if you really want to do the right thing and, you know, try and reduce your emissions. But we're very excited. And given it's our launch, we're really looking to bring together something that feels a bit festive, you know. So yeah, really excited. We're both really pumped about it.
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly right, because now we're leading into Christmas, guys. This is the time. Believe it or not, I know it's only October. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's just." I tell you, the minute October hits, it's Christmas. I don't know about you guys. I'm not putting my tree up yet, but it's like it's almost that time. And this is where you need to start thinking about. And this is where we need to start thinking, changing the way people shop. Let's change the way that we think about where we're going to get these presents for the rest of the year. Let's think about, make that list. I'm advising you. I was going to say I'm telling you, but I'm not. I'm advising you. It's time to change the way you think about your people that you're shopping for. Let's do something special for them this year. Let's go out of our way to go to these markets. Let's go to the Local Makers Market. Let's find something special to put in that stocking. And you know that it has been locally sourced, is ethically made. You're going to feel good about it. And it's going to help. Sorry?
You get to meet the maker. You'll get to meet the people who are making this for you, you know?
Exactly. It's purposely built for the person that you love, and you're going to find something incredible, and you're going to give it to them, and you're going to feel amazing. And it's just the repercussions of this sort of thing in the community. It affects so many people when we change the way that we shop. So tell me a little bit about where you're going with this market. What can we expect in the future?
We are going to be running these markets at regular intervals. So in 2024, we're going to be rolling out dates to be confirmed, but we're looking at 3 to 4 times next year and perpetually from there. And as it continues to expand, covering a larger area as well for welcoming in more local creators and artisans and designers, just to continue to grow that. Yeah,
I think the broader ambition for us is to try and replicate this blueprint that we're creating now across some of the other states.
Okay.
We've had a really interesting uptake of questions from interstate artisans saying this is great. The price points, you know, as a stall holder is there's no one else doing local makers or any kind of artisan at the price point that we are retailing our stalls for. So Melbourne, we're going to lock it down here because it's home for us and we'll get it right. And then I think the intention is to expand that out and go to some of the other major states moving forward.
yes.
Super excited to see where you're heading. Can't wait to regroup next year and then share your journey. I would love that.
Absolutely. Very, very, very welcome to come back and see how we're going.
Yeah.
Well, I will say, where the amount of work involved and the team that we've pulled together has been phenomenal. But, you know, having worked in kind of large environments before, when you're actually at the driving wheel and looking at every stall application and talking through every nuance, and we're doing advertised campaigns, we're building our advertising campaign at the moment, and just seeing our team come together and support that, and how much uptake we're getting from other businesses who want to work with us to support our stall makers and you know, our attendees has been phenomenal. But we're going to have a well-deserved break after the market and then stay tuned for 2024 dates and locations, I think.
I bet. I'll come and say hi on the day and give you a high five. I'm sure you'll need it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for spending the time talking to me today, everybody. November the 18th, 19th, here in Victoria, Melbourne Showgrounds. Put it in your diary now. Get your phone out, put it in, and I'm excited for you. I'm going to say goodbye and have a good day, everybody. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you.